course, God indeed is everything. Once you are up and running, you need to be grateful. Despite the challenges, amidst all the issues, tribulations that you are faced with, you need to be grateful for life. But for us here at WoezorTV, it's our responsibility each and every weekday morning to serve you nothing but the best of breakfast on TV. And of course, we are on from now till somewhere around at 10 a.m. where we finally hang our cloaks and make way for other programs to come your way. As I mentioned, it's a terrific Tuesday, 11th day in the month of August 2026. Gradually, we're heading into the mid-month. And again, I always say it, every day gives us the opportunity to reflect upon yesterday. And also, it gives us that chance, again, to rewrite the wrongs of yesterday. So take a look at what you did yesterday. Look at what you have drawn as a plan for yourself that, okay, at the end of this week, these are the various things that I want to achieve. These are goals, these are targets you have set for yourself. I know people just write it on a piece of paper, paste it at the back of their door so that every morning when they wake up, it serves as a reminder. So go back, take a look at it. Look at the things you have done on day one of the week or on Monday, and then mark it. Check if you are really on track. Then you correct those mistakes that you committed yesterday, today, and ensure you don't go back to them. So every day gives us the opportunity to rewrite the wrongs of yesterday. Quite a number of things for us to take a look at today. If you recall, yesterday the tourism minister had her turn at the government accountability series. A lot she said, right? For those of you who missed it, later on the show we'll have a conversation on that, take you through and have a recap of some of the key highlights from yesterday's event as well. Whether or not we seem to be doing so well in that sector, well, she said two major things that touched me. One, on the numbers that we have recorded so far as far as tourists pouring into the country is concerned. And she spoke about Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park as one of the leading sites that people have toured within this last year. Exactly, things are really turning around in the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park as well as the other sites. But how do we sustain the gains and also ensure that we maximize it? A conversation that hopefully on the show we get to delve into that as well. Beyond that, we also know that there was that dialogue of on decentralization and responsive governance. The vice president who was there, and also she also said quite a number of things. For me, the power to the grassroots remains ultimate. A conversation we should be having right here on the issue as well. So brace up for a very good show this morning. Remember, you can join all our conversation via all our social media platforms. Feel free to drop your comments, suggestions, as well as your messages under any of the live broadcast, and I'll read them out loud and clear. Our text line is also active, 055-269-7939. 055-269-7939 is the number. Feel free to send us your texts. WhatsApp is also fine, right? But how is the weather looking like? I know it's cloudy out there. The temperature is over now 24 degrees Celsius. So here in Accra, quite cold depending on how your body reacts to it. Small cold self they catch me. It's the same way when it's warm. It goes the extreme for me. But 24 degrees should be a little cold out there for you. So if you are stepping out, you know exactly what to wear as you prepare to step out and perform your daily activities. Mostly cloudy, as I intimated. Here in the capital part of it, cloudy, and other parts of the country also, we are told it's cloudy. Rain conditions expected around 12 noon. With some wind gusts as well coming. So it depends on where you find yourself around that time. So between 12 and sunset, expect some rain showers across board. But please, as we always tell you, remember to be very careful as you step out. If you need an umbrella, carry one. If you need a raincoat, carry one as well. And one advice again to our drivers, please, big bojidi, misia, big bojidi. Big bojidi. Small say if you go reach. If you rush, you know what will happen. So we beg you, take it easy with the passengers. Take it easy on the roads. We beg you. This one there is by popular request. We beg you. Maybe we should speak to the NRS in the coming days as well, so we take a look at the numbers, whether or not we are doing so well with sensitization. I mean, I went through Medina last week or so, and I realized in one of their loud speakers or the PA systems, voiceover talking to the drivers, safety first, and all of that. So we beg drivers, drive within the remit of the laws, the regulations, because the lives of the 12, 13, 15, 20, 30 passengers are in your hands this morning. Drive safe, arrive alive. That's just a message for the morning. And also, the weather, as I mentioned, just brace up for it, and remember to drink a lot of water as the day goes too. That's it. Let's take a breather. When we return, I'll introduce my co-chefs, and then we can start off our conversation right here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. Stay with me, there is more after the break.
Embarrassed. Too embarrassed to speak to a loved one. Too embarrassed to speak to your doctor.
Too embarrassed. When in our lifetime, 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer.
Let me repeat that. 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer disease.
1 in 12. That could be your dad, even your older brother, uncle, or grandfather.
You need to make sure they are not embarrassed to speak to you or their doctor about it.
Hey, Dad, have you had your prostate checked out? See? How hard is that? It's easy. Just start the conversation.
Prostate cancer is survivable if caught and treated early enough.
Don't let embarrassment stop you having this important conversation.
You may save someone's life.
Not just your own.
Your flight is ready to leave.
Sit back and relax and enjoy the flight.
Okay, next one. Sit down. Look to camera.
This is what it looks like to be exceptional, to stand out from the crowd, to make history. But what if women didn't have to be exceptional? What if they didn't have to be the first, the best, or the only woman? What if being a female engineer wasn't remarkable? What if women and men could compete as equals? I don't want to make history. I don't want to be the only woman. I want to be one of many.
If you're watching this with your friends, you'll probably make a joke.
Because you know what you feel on the inside
isn't what you want people to know.
If you have to pretend to be happy,
find someone you trust and tell them.
If you get mad at things and you don't know why, or have thoughts about hurting yourself,
find someone you trust and tell them.
You are never alone when you share.
Seriously, people care about you.
It's okay to not understand what you're feeling.
And it's easy to think that you're all alone.
But you don't have to be.
You're never alone when you share.
Don't be ashamed to tell someone you trust what you're feeling.
You're not alone.
You are not alone.
Find someone you trust and tell them.
Tell a parent.
Tell a teacher. Tell a brother or sister.
Or just tell a friend.
You haven't done anything wrong.
Talk to someone.
Talk to someone.
It's how things get better.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for still staying with us right here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. Now is here in her black. Charlie Baufleti, they give us back to back.
Oh,
you chop some bet.
No.
Or maybe Lotto.
Nah.
Lotto chop you before.
I've never tried Lotto before.
But you've tried bet?
Nah.
Oh, I know ladies who are into betting.
I have friends who are into betting too.
And they bet responsibly. There's nothing wrong with betting.
They sleep, wake up and tell you this. So they talk about the odds and the home and away.
Yeah. And they understand that.
Share.
Hey, me go and understand. Oh.
Bro. Shout out to Patricia. Yeah. Hey. Remember one time, I think it was Avieta.
Yeah.
She was broke. And I think that time too, we're getting closer to vacation. So most of us didn't have money in the room there like that. And we're hungry. We had to eat. And there was nothing. So Patricia was like, oh, so I think somebody had some coins, money little. So they sent it to her.
Yeah.
Then she was doing before the till landed, she has almost 300 cities, like 260.
Oh, really?
Oh, that day we enjoyed ourselves.
I mean, nothing near Avieta DM, you know. Near Avieta DM.
But how can you trust Avieta? Pilot, you don't know.
Me. I enjoyed the thing. You know, Steve introduced me 2022.
You know, I think Steve has been a very, very bad influence on you.
Well, not entirely. He's had some positive influence as well. Yeah, he's had a very, very positive influence on me as well. But the bet one, send me 3 me ding. So this will all happen. Okay. I mean, when he said, "Oh, try it," it was around the World Cup time, 2022. Yes. After I had lost in the main bet, what's the name? Argentina.
Okay.
And then do me while. So he said, "Oh, recoup your money. Try Avieta. Which one is Avieta?" Say it's a plane B. All you need to do is make sure that by the time the red or something will come when the plane will fly, make sure you click. Then whatever amount the whatever goes to, that's what you get.
You get.
Nah, my yebi. Oh, after work, I was enjoying. Into the night around 7 p.m. I had close to almost 500 or so cities.
Hey.
Yeah, first time. I was excited. Boy, I no sleep.
Hey.
By the time Steve came the following day. Avieta chopped the money again.
No way.
Everything went on. I said, me. I don't go do it again.
Oh, sorry.
That's my story with Avieta. But I know people who are into it and they make small coins.
Investors.
Investors. But the only thing is that bet responsibly. I watched the reason why I even brought that is that I watched a young guy yesterday. According to he said he's a nurse. So he graduated from either he's in the school or he has graduated, one of them. But he's in debt. About 100,000 Ghana cedis. All due to bet. His dad either his dad is blind, the mom has a stroke, so that responsibility, that pressure sort of a son needs to bear, it's on him. You know, so the little he gets, he's investing into bet. The little he gets, he's investing in bet. The little he gets, he's investing in bet. Now the guy has owed all up to about 100,000 Ghana cedis. Now, where will he get the money to pay off? So I think he's been hiding away from some media guys out there. Per what I saw, he confirmed that, look, he had wanted to grant interviews in the past to speak about his story, blah, 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 but he was so shy. I mean, this is a young guy who has friends, brilliant guy who has gone to the nursing school and all of that out. Maybe not necessarily gotten anything to do, so he decided to enter into bet. And here he is, 100,000 Ghana cedis debt. It's on him. Whether he goes to heaven and comes back, he will definitely have to pay. Maybe all we'll do is do some GoFundMe for him. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll look for the video and share with Frank so that I don't know if we can play back. But that is the story. And now, look, I would want us to even activate the phone line so viewers share their views and experience with us with all of this addiction. And it's very important because when you do it the first time, second time, third time, like I told you, I have lost my money. I mean, how much was it? I've forgotten the exact amount anyway. But to me, it was okay. Kofi might want to, and this is what really tricks them into becoming addicts. Like I mentioned, no one, and betting is not wrong. The rules, the laws of the state allow it. So it is something we agreed to do. But I'm saying that's why the betting companies tell us that bet responsibly. So where addiction comes in now, you have lost your money. So they tell you, oh, when you put in 500 again, you recoup your lost 500 and addition 500. So you are getting 1,000 cedis.
Yeah.
You are enticed. So you chop 200. You are enticed. You do it again, you chop 300. So you know it is possible you get your 1,000 cedis. But now you have people going to borrow. So you are borrowing to bet.
Hey.
So by the time you realize you chop the 1,000 cedis, you finish. Are you following? And that is how people begin the process of becoming addicts. Now I have a friend, and people who know this story will attest to it. This guy was in the media. We worked together, so he knows. If he's watching, he knows what I'm saying. To the point that he sold even his carpet in the room.
Carpet.
Wallahi lie. Now wallahi. I'm not kidding.
That is bad like
yes.
that.
I may just not mention his name, but yes, now
carpet.
The guy sold his carpet. He had a motorbike. He sold a motorbike. Motorbike that you used to work. Go to work and come back. Look, I mean, when I came to Accra, when I heard the story, I'm like, you can't do this. If for nothing at all, even a motorbike can be used for Okada after work. You use your helmet. The part of the country we come from, Okada is allowed.
Yeah.
People use it anywhere, anytime. Do your pack, Beckett, and you get your 500 or 1,000 cedis. Why do you invest so heavily into this thing? So your fridge is gone. Your tea. Now,
Watoni
be
to bet.
As if that was not even enough. Look, the guy took money from Momo vendors in town. Okay, so I mean he's calm, and that then can people some very innocent, cool, calm, very respectful, humble, like that kind of thing. So when he goes to you, approaches you and speaks to you, now trust me, you give him. This guy went around, took loans from Momo vendors, not one, not two, quite a number of them. Oh, me the bet, bro, with the intention that when I bet, I'll win. They are so sure that when I place a 500 cedis bet on this number of odds, I'm getting 5,000 cedis. So he's done a calculation. I took 500 from now, I took 500 from Clenham. So if I win 5,000, after I'm sparing 1,000 cedis. Now I take your 500, I can even add 50 cedis to it as Deji.
Yeah.
Then you still have something. He didn't win. How did we even get to know this? He was locked up in cells.
Oh.
Yes. Now friends had to look for money because we don't even know the family. The lady I'm sharing this story because I want the youth to take a cue out of it and learn something. Betting is not wrong, but bet responsibly. The lady he had what relationship with Galenyon VHSC.
Oh.
You understand that one? He took money too. So now she is the only family we know. She's gone. We have to raise money as friends. To go and bail him. As to whether he has been able to defray the cost or the debt,
that is
we can't tell. That is how dangerous it is. I don't know if you have had any experience like that with betting. People are so addicted to bet.
I think one time it was during a youth week celebration and I had to lead a panel discussion. And then a colleague, so a friend from church, was sharing a story of how a colleague of his was sent by their boss to go and deposit money. And this guy is like an aviator guy, you know, he gets money and is aviator. So I think about 20,000 Ghana cedis. And he decided to go and use the madam's money to go and invest. So that when he recoups, you go and do the deposits. And he went and never came back.
Hey.
So I think, and then I said, he entered the guy's head.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, Echo. The woman made them arrest him.
Even in that condition.
Or does she care? And you see, he should have known better. You're working for a law firm and you decide to go and play like that.
How much again?
20,000
Ghana. See, and that is the danger.
It's like Echo. So it's like the guy. It's a different one. So hey, Echo. Like, calm down, young man. That money is gone. Find ways for me to go and pay the money and stop this drama.
Now, why would you go and bet 20,000? Why?
It's like greed to is part of.
It is greed there.
Because young people of today are always. If you take 5 young people and you tell them, okay, maybe I want you to do this business and you can reap profit of say X amount of money in a particular, maybe over a period of time.
In a month.
Okay, let's say in a month. And then you get another set and then ask them, okay, so if you go into this business for maybe a period of say 6 months, you can recoup X amount of money. Most of people will choose the short term than the long term one.
Oh yes.
Most people will go for the short term than the long term one, and it's a problem.
And that is why we fall prey to these Ponzi schemes.
Yeah.
Remember last time we spoke about Ponzi schemes? That is why. Watch. It is the younger people who are into it.
Always.
It is always between the 18 years and 35. 40. Yes. We fall part of this the Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
Because now 20,000 should be enough for me to start a business with.
A lot.
Trust me. Look, one business that people really don't pay attention to, this is free consultation.
Yeah.
For organizing. We call it Borganizer. No, it's not Borganizer. It's what? Vulgar. Good. Now, how much is the air compressor or whatever it is called? It is not more than 7,000. Yes, it depends on the size.
Right.
But it is not more than 7,000. Maximum of 10K should get you that air pump or whatever it is called. The machine that is pat blah.
Yeah.
You can't buy that if you have 20,000.
You can.
You only look between Medina and Dodua. That long stretch.
You will get a lot of places to.
Assembly crowd will not come and take token from
Nothing.
you. They will not mind. Just weed somewhere. Ask permission, maybe from the assemblyman or somebody from one of the communities. Now is that not business?
It is.
Every day, even if you, what is it, inflate?
Yeah.
Air into ties of 2, 3, 5 vehicles, even if it is 2 cities. How much is that? Are you not making money?
You are. You change tie.
You are. It's not just about air, KK. You change tie. You do alignment. You check alignment and all of that. You are in business. So why would you use 20K to go and invest in something you are not so sure about? Something you are placing your hopes on that Lionel Messi must score. What if he doesn't score? What if they do a contract?
They fear you.
I'm serious. No, and it's sad that people will go in for loans for some of these things.
Yeah.
How? Greed. Okay. Now drives a Chevy. And so what? Maybe now has inherited the father's wealth.
Social security.
Exactly. Maybe your mom did something for you. It is your mom's car. Why should Kojo or Randy be worried about it? So giddy. Kojo carries, he goes in a teacher. Sorry, shout out to all teachers.
You are doing well.
You take your pay slip, go to bank, go and take a loan of 10K, 15K, 20K.
Hey.
Then all you do is to bet.
Ayo.
Bibi how na?
They will be fine. And see, sometimes I feel that as young people, we have failed to learn about money and how to make money, how to grow money, and how to keep money. Right? Because if you have an idea or you have knowledge of how to make money, you will know that, oh, maybe I have to save. Instead of being in the university and spending time looking like a bride, I'd rather live below my means and then save the little my parents give me. Because after school, first of all, the government doesn't owe you a job. And so don't think that the government is going to give you a job. I know people will come for me, but it's fine. But the government does not owe you a job. And so if you are saving way back from school, you have something you are falling back on, right? Maybe now you've gotten a set amount of money. What can I do with the money? You don't have any idea of what to do with the money. Okay, let me divide this. Can I go and buy treasury bills? Okay, which banks has the higher rates? Let me buy 90 days or maybe 30 days one. You buy. Or maybe there are shares. Just recently, Casapreco released their IPO, getting shares.
Do we know?
How don't you know?
We don't know.
So what do we use our phones for?
No, it is pictures and snap. Or how
it's
is it
sad,
called?
though.
It's not Snap.
Yes, a Snapchat. Yes. It's sad.
I was in a workshop yesterday. Guess what? The whole 2-3 hours were in that workshop. This lady was on her phone, videos, pictures. I'm like crying out loud. Now that is what we use our phones for.
Yeah, spend a day with me. They will do a
and
vlog.
that is it.
Yeah.
How many of us, our generation, our age mates, know about treasury bills?
Don't know about treasury bills. What are you going to do?
How many of us even know what the banks offer? What is the rate? How much is it? So you see, that is why we are not really buying government bonds. That's not even that's why people don't. Our generation. How many of your friends in your circles? How many of them in your circles will tell you ordinarily that I have some shares somewhere?
Oh, okay. Maybe now, yes. But growing up, when I got to learn about shares and bonds, most of my friends were clueless about it.
Very
clueless. I remember my mom kind of took care of him by growing up. So I call him brother, like a big brother, I call him uncle. So he came to Ghana and we're having a conversation about money. He was telling me, oh, now when you get money, let's go and buy bonds. I said,
what is this?
What is bonds? Then he said, oh, bonds means you have money and you are loaning it to the government. I said, yeah, customer, you have money to give to the government. So he had to explain to me that it doesn't have to be like a huge amount of money. So he taught me. I remember, so he talked about shares, but we couldn't talk about shares like we spoke about the bonds. So I spoke to my dad. What is shares? What are shares? Then he also started with dividends. It doesn't mean the dividend. So let me understand. So I think around that period, MTN started selling shares. I think it was 25 pesos then. So I told him, oh, if you are doing it, then you should buy some for me. I think I was in like JHS then. So he bought some for me. Because he has spoken to me about it and I seemed be interested and he bought some for me. But I mean, coming up into high school.
If you had been consistent with it.
If I consistent with it, by this time I'll be millionaire. Like by this time, Randy.
Because I think I remember that MTN thing.
Like I'm a landlady.
At least.
Because even now, I remember last year, shares rose. I think it was like 20 pesos at some point. And then it just spiked up to 2 cities. Now, shares, I don't know the current rates now, but it's a lot. So that's the investment.
7.
7 cities. So, like, still, numbers are increasing there. And it's so nice if you open your apps and then you check and then you see that money is growing up for you. Young people see. I'll tell you, I remember one time I wrote one article, Dear University Students. See, if you come out when they are in school, it's like the whole world is in the school. But the moment they say stop work and you pack your things out of the school, you start national service and allowance is all coming 2 months, 3 months, reality start to dawn on you. And now you see your parents now see that they have invested in you, you have gone to school. You know the African parents' way of investment. They invest into their children and they expect returns from their kids. Now you are done with school. They expect you to get a job. Whether the government is giving you a job or not, they don't care. When the bills come, you'll be expected to pay some. Meanwhile, there was you who was in school and then you spend money. And sometimes you watch how the students spend money and you ask yourself whether they have plans of how the future is going to look like. You spend money like there's no tomorrow. Please think and think again. Look at it again. Like there are a number of things you can invest in. So many things. I was telling somebody that another thing you spoke about organizing. Selling Tiro. selling water.
Yes, pure water.
Selling soap.
Yes.
Sanitary pad, diapers, and friends.
Yeah.
These are essential things people use on a daily. You will not run at a loss buying or selling all of those things. When I was in school, cocoa. Yeah. But okay, let's say you don't know how to prepare cocoa. When I was in college, I was selling bread.
Yeah, everybody eats bread.
I was selling bread.
Yeah.
And like I never threw bread away.
Bread takes like 5 or 6 days.
Anyway, see the bread I won't throw it away because as I am going to carry the bread, so by 5 I should be done bathing and everything at the school gate waiting for the bread people to come. I will bring it. By the time I leave for class, like by 7, I have sold like half of it already. And in a day, I could sell like 30 or 40 loaves. And I think I was getting 2 cents profit on all.
So imagine
1 loaf.
Imagine if the oven or the bakery belongs to you.
Abba.
And you are selling 50 loaves. Let's say a loaf is 10 cedis. How much is that? That's 500 cedis in a day.
And you not just
Do
sell
your
that.
cost.
You have to sell margarine.
Yes.
The beverage things too.
So the women who sell the nkosiani moko and the bread at the junction.
See, nkosiani moko is one other thing that you people really underestimate. If you are getting the eggs right from the poultry farms, how much is pepper? If you go to Tudu, there's a pepper market at Tudu. So the ATU ward into Tudu, where the Goro boys change the money. If you
get
go,
there.
the pepper maybe one alone can be like 50 cedis. You buy how many crowd will you grind? If you go to Sabula market, you can get onion at subsidized prices. Then you grind your thing, boil your egg, buy your salt, cover it nicely, arrange it beautifully, and sell.
Maybe Godfrey sells.
See, don't bring Godfrey. Godfrey sells everything. If you man be like Godfrey,
I want his views on this whole business thing and investment.
We really need to look at it like in a very, very different light. Start from saving. And again, saving
the
alone.
argument we make is that, and let me play the devil's advocate.
There's no money.
There is no money. How much am I?
To come and save you later.
How much am I earning?
How
much am I earning to save?
Be intentional. We all don't earn enough. See, I was telling my mother the other day that even if I'm paid 100,000 Ghana cedis at the end of the month, needs will rise. Right? Yeah. Needs will rise. So it is up to you to be very, very disciplined with your finances and say that, okay, I'm getting 100,000 Ghana cedis. Let me save this. Let me invest this. Let me put this into emergency funds. Let me put this here. Let me push this here. And you see, many a time, I feel that as young people, when our income tends to increase, then our taste increases with it.
You know lie. You know lie.
Me mom dear, if it is me, I want to use shortbread biscuit to drink tea in the morning. Yes. Go and buy myself some Jacobs and so live the life.
You know lie.
To what end? To what end? Because sometimes I sit down and look at some of the things we spend money on, and imagine you had cut those expenses and you are pushing those funds into somewhere, you are really going to gain a lot of money from there. And so let's be intentional about it. That your income is increasing doesn't mean your taste should increase with it. Sometimes cut down, live below your means, way below your means. If it happens that maybe it's the Uber that is, because I started this thing in April, where I decided to stop taking Uber or reduce the number of times I pick Uber to work. And Randy, that money is doing a lot for me. It's really doing a lot for me. So I'd rather leave home way earlier than I do and enjoying the public transport to get here. And the price is very, very subsidized as compared to the Uber. Right? And so you need to cut down things. If it's the sleep that is making you pick Uber to and fro work, try and wake up early. Be disciplined about it. Okay, I wake up at 4 and I'm able to pick Uber. How about 3:30? How about prepping ahead of time? So maybe you wake up and now you're going to look for your socks. How about when you get home, you prep all those things down. So when you wake up, you know, getting up, maybe you pray, do quiet time, maybe 15 minutes, go and freshen up, come back, dress up, and then you are out. So you give yourself 40 minutes, you are done, you are leaving home. Right? You save cost. You save cost.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Honestly, from April up to now, cutting down on Uber, me really has saved me. I didn't know this early.
Okay.
I'd have renewed my mind longest.
Now I think you need to give me back my flowers. I remember I told you some time ago that you are coming. You will get there.
Oh, but I did that for over a year.
You get. Oh yeah, but I mean, those days you may not necessarily understand.
Yeah.
But now the reality is coming. See, sometimes it is just about planning. It is about planning, and I think that is what we lack as a people or as youth. financial literacy is a big issue we have in the country.
Very big issue.
And that is how come I earn this amount of money. Let's say you earn a little around 1,000 cedis.
Right.
And your taste is so huge that you'd want to wear a shoe that costs 350 cedis or 400 cedis.
That's not bad, because you see, if you want to buy well.
Yes. Now,
but don't let it be like a sporadic thing where every time there's always a deficit in your financial things. That you look at your books and there's always a deficit. Your expenditure is always higher than your income. There's a problem.
Yes. And that I agree with you. And that is where the situation is. Where some people, the usual 9 to 5 people, you know, they don't even have any extra income.
Yeah.
So what they earn is what they earn. So such a person, are you saying, so there is a need for you to get that shoes, but a taste for it, because you can get something that is a bit lesser than the 350.
Right.
And still okay to go with. But why would you be under so much pressure to get a black one in January? In April, no, in February, you are getting a brown color again. You are giving yourself too much pressure, because you see Godfred also wearing almost the same thing I mean, every month he's changing something.
And you want to match up, you know where he's getting money from.
Exactly. His source of income might be different from where I will get mine or you will get yours. So I think, again, the pressure from people, aside we not having too much financial literacy, the pressure, the PP. Look, nobody is above PPO. PP still catches people around 30, 35 years of age. And that is why you have somebody who has no need for an iPhone, but he wants to use it.
Get an iPhone at all costs.
Should I give you examples?
Give me examples.
Okay. Zizu is here. How are you?
I'm good.
I like your shirt.
Thank you.
I want to have your thoughts on all that we have said so far, especially the addiction rate we are seeing among the youth towards bet. Do you bet?
I bet.
Okay.
Not regular. I mean, when they introduced the tax on betting, from there to now, I've never won bets before, so I've given myself some break.
Okay.
Yeah, but I used to bet.
you go bet.
I used to bet. Before COVID, I gained a lot from betting.
Okay.
Yeah, I was winning. I mean, 1 CD for 1,000, so I was getting
it.
But it got to a point, I mean, it stopped. Then I realized that no, it's not coming anymore. I need to stop. But I wasn't betting huge money.
Okay.
2 CDs, 1 CD. Yeah, I was winning.
So you're betting responsibly.
Exactly. I knew what I wanted, not too much. But sometimes when you go online, you see what people are getting. It's like, let me add more.
But it be true, because you see people come out and say that I've won this amount of money. And that's the enticing part that I'm talking about.
People can win 10 million CDs and all that.
From bets?
Yes. I mean, if you have money, you can win bets every week. You don't necessarily have to go for the high odds.
And it is because I don't have money. That's why I'm betting.
And so that's where the responsible betting comes in. I mean, if you have your 10 CDs, 5 CDs, you can go for 500 CDs or something. You can do that in every game, subsequent games or weeks. And you don't have to go for maybe with 5 CDs, 10,000, 100,000. But others, you know, everything when you start, you grow into it. When you start winning 500,000, you feel like you can win 10,000, 50,000, and that's where the problem comes in. Like Aviator. Aviator is something else. Aviator, I tried it twice and I stopped because you see the system reads you. The algorithm knows what you're doing. So they can read your intention. That, okay, you started with 50 pesos. You have 1 CD now. You want to get more, so they will allow you to. It's like you going to the beach for the first time. The sea will come to a certain point, will not touch your legs. You move forward. By the time you realize you're in the middle of the sea, so you have to think that no, you are going deep. You need to come back. But people don't know that. Others, I had a roommate. I mean, not roommate, hostel mate, who won 4,000 in just a night.
Okay, with Aviator.
With Aviator, he managed to save 3,000. Spent 1,000 CDs that morning on food with the guys. Now before the next day, the 3,000 was gone.
Why?
I swear, because
he wanted to do it,
and
again.
he told me that I know how to win it. I mean, for me to win 4,000 with 500, I know how to win it. So I'll go again with 3,000. And before the next morning, everything was gone. And asking for Charlie, can you give me 200?
You see.
And the 200 cedi is not for feeding. He's going to try it again.
You see?
Yes. And so by the time the 200 finish, he will get like 1,000 again. I told you. I mean,
so he's going to pay back the 200 anyway.
And they will get it back. There's no way you invest in Aviator and they will not get a profit. They will get it. You can't go away with their money. They will get it in any way. So that is how it entices you. Like, okay.
But the danger is that you might not win. In the case where you take 200 cedis, like the story I shared earlier, you take 200 cedis from whoever, and you fail to win up to the 200 cedis for you to even pay off
back
that debt. Mind you, you have already lost 1,000. You have already lost a 2,000 or the 3,000 you spoke about. So in his mind, the intention is to recoup that 3,000 he did not even work for.
You are right.
You get it?
Right.
So he is forced now to look for all kinds of money from all sources just to recoup the 3K he's lost.
People are using their fees and all.
Yes. I mean, we had a story from, was it UEW or UCC, one of them.
Some go to bank for loans to double it. So maybe now they know that Barca is playing Elche.
No matter what,
Barca
it's a clean win.
So just over 2.5, 3 goals in that game. I mean, Barca against Elche. You don't know the history. You don't go. When I used to bet, I can spend the whole night to go through each game's history. So I'll look at Arsenal in the last 5 games. Arsenal scored more than 1 goal. The opponent scored more than 1 goal. Okay, in the last 5 games, they're able to concede about 2 corners. So if I don't go for goals, I'll go for corners. You see
that's a whole lot of work to do.
And it's not easy. And I don't sleep.
Really?
I'll use the whole night to do this calculation. I have a book. I will be doing okay. So, Charlie, it's like working the lotto.
Exactly like how they use their phone.
So I know that 3 outcomes in the game: draw, lose, win. So maybe when I have 10 cedis, I'll go for 1 slip that will go for win for all the big teams.
Okay.
The another slip will go for draw for the big teams. The another slip will go for corners. So by all means, wow. But that's I mean, now you don't have that time to go through all this. So Charlie, I just had to pause somewhere now that people go for loans and because 2 odds. Maybe the odds is 2 cedis. So with 50,000 you can get like 100,000.
Oh, really?
Yes. So, I mean, the odds is 2 cedis. It will just double it for you.
So, it means that it's the rich that will always continue winning this. They would enjoy.
Yes.
Because you and I don't have 50K right now to go and put on a 2 odds.
That's why people go for 1 million. 1 million cedis on it. Yes. Ask Code Mickey and the rest. You meet them, they will tell you.
Hey.
Share. But do you know the amount of money government was making from the taxing?
It's another conversation.
Yes, people were winning millions.
And that's why some of us supported it anyway. But
people were winning millions cedis.
Yeah.
Big challenge.
I remember this story. The guy won an amount I've forgotten. And the company said they were going to pay him. Not to the entire team.
Yes.
Oh, but K remembers this story. He shared this story with us.
I mean, there used to be a
and he lost it completely.
That is not working at the moment.
I think that's the story. I think that's where the story. I think that's where the story comes.
People know how to win, but it's not easy. If betting, if someone introduces you, probably you can come out of it because you can call the person, Charlie, I'm not doing this again. But when you are convinced by your own self that I want to bet,
you are in.
Charlie.
Okay. I don't know if we can hear 2-3 views from our viewers this morning. 0552697939. What do you think about what we are saying so far? Do you have an experience? How are you dealing with it? Charlie, addiction is bad. Look, addiction is really, really bad. Imagine your salary goes into it. For those of you who are in school, your school fees, your feeding fee goes into betting. Almost everything. Those days, I think it used to be usual or normal gambling where we play cards.
Yeah.
So cha-cha, we got it cha-cha. Yeah. So your 5 cedis, the 5 cedis and our chopper. They metamorphosed into this online betting and all what have you. And this is where we find ourselves. I mean, when I read the story about the young man in one of the universities who decided to place bets with his school fees and all of that, I asked, why would you even do that? They'd rather use the money to invest in some sort of business.
I mean, the fastest business they think is betting.
It's betting.
Because by 90 minutes, you have your money. And some, they even go for first half. Okay. We have 10 minutes.
So in 45 minutes, you can make your money.
Arsenal to win in first half. To win first half, 10,000 or 1,000. You get your money, you go, you roll over. Maybe in the first 10 minutes, over corners over 1.5 or 2.5, 3 corners in first 10 minutes. Or Arsenal to score.
Possible.
The
stakes are very high.
Very high. 10 CDs.
Yeah.
Charlie, in the first 10 minutes, Arsenal to score. So if they don't score, your money is gone. But if you are sure that no, for this game, especially a title winning match, okay, this game, if Arsenal wins, they are winning the title. They are going with full pressure against Fulham or against any other team that you know. But people don't think through. There are smaller teams and there are derby smaller teams. So maybe Man City is playing a smaller team, but it's a derby game. That game is tough. Against Everton,
find it difficult.
Liverpool against Everton, you know it's good. But you think though, Liverpool, Everton, it's going to be a showing for Liverpool, and then you see the Everton surprise them. So betting in some way, the calculation that comes with it and all that, if you are not so smart, they will always win. But then they are always smarter than you. It's a machine behind it, especially the Aviator. You were talking about investment and all that. I mean, it comes to play. Look, in the university, that's why sometimes students, you don't see students. In the past, let me say in the past, maybe some 5 years ago, they were not so much into investments and all that. But as it stands now, people are investing. Right? People are doing a lot of businesses online. Almost half of my class, they're all into cloth business, shoes and all that. Online, all that business and all that. You see, but when after school, how many are able to continue?
Yeah, we see that when you're in school. Most people are doing it because
when you're in school, probably you get some other support and all that. Yeah. But then after school, you need to rent, you need to do this, you need to do your service, you need to run. Some will even give up on that.
But I think, and we'll take a break. When we return, you speak to that for me. Financial literacy again.
Yeah.
Where does it start? Basic, the middle, second cycle. When I say middle, I'm referring to the second cycle, or uni, or tertiary. In the sense that, look, again, I'll use us as an example. Come to even this house. Pardon me. But come to this house and do a survey. How many of us even know about bonds? Do you get it?
Yeah.
We will not talk about whether or not any of us has invested in that or bought any bonds or not. That I'm not sure we have. But how many people really know what bonds are or understand what bonds are?
What shares are?
Do you get it? Exactly. What percentage you are earning at the end of the month, at the end of the year, at the end of the 3 months, or 90 days, whatever you have bought and all of that. How many people? Now go to the street. Take it to even the other. Go to some banks even. How many of them even understand? And look, I shared a message with somebody last weekend that I want to buy some bonds from your bank, but I need some education. Till date, the person has not replied. Till date, the message is on my phone. I'll go take show you. Though we spoke about other things, but till date, the person has not spoken to me about that particular thing that I asked for. So financial literacy. When we come back, you speak about that, and we can also activate the phone lines for our viewers to join the conversation. This is the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. We're talking about addiction in an era where betting, gambling has taken center stage. People are losing millions to it. People are going through depression as a result of losing so much to online betting. I shared a story of that young guy who says he's graduated from one of the nursing schools and he's in debt of about 100,000 Ghana cedis. His dad blind, his mom is a stroke patient. Imagine the depression he's going through. There is more to talk about after the break.
And there they are. The squad is ready, lined up, ice cold, focused and prepared for national duty. Every bottle in position, every label shining with confidence. And here comes the selection. One bottle steps forward, picked from the squad, ready to deliver for Ghana. He takes the first sip. Oh, yes. Refreshingly hydrating. The whistle goes. The Black Stars are on the move. He breaks through the defense like flowing water. Beautiful control. He lines it up. He strikes. Goal! Ghana is awake. From the fridge to the field, Awake keeps you refreshed. Awake purified drinking water. One for life. Proudly supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
Your flight is ready to leave.
Sit back and relax and enjoy the flight.
All right, so welcome back. This is the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. Before the break, we were talking about addiction among the youth in betting, online betting, or however it is called, and also, gambling in its entirety. How people are losing a lot of money to online betting. Remember, we spoke about it that it's actually not wrong, but you need to bet responsibly, just as the betting companies themselves will tell us. I mean, they have always issued that sort of warning that you need to bet responsibly. But it is about measuring that responsibility or being responsible. That's where the issue is. But what we were talking about financial literacy. Where, for you and from where you sit, where should that start from?
Maybe from GHS, because if you are to take it to the SHS or university, not all people get the opportunity to go to the university. Because yes, university, some will drop off after the senior high school. So from GHS, but it should be at a level that they will understand.
So hold on, let's just activate the phone lines as well before you continue. 055-269-7939 is the number. Let's hear from you as well. Share your experience with us, what you think, what can be done to ensure that people, we bet responsibly.
Because from GHS, people work. I know a lot of people. Me, I started working from GHS. And so, you have some few things to be doing, selling and all that. So if you know what it means to save, properly saving, it will help you from the GHS level. By SHS, we upgrade it to another level because by then you understand a lot of things. From SHS, some people pay their own school fees in SHS, but now it is free. But then they cater for themselves from SHS. So financial literacy, how to save, which bank to save with. Look, Randy, there are a lot of some sort of anxiety and some fear around our financial sector. That's why people are even withdrawing from saving with the banks. And so if you're like, okay, because every now and then, when you wake up, you just take your time and follow Bank of Ghana. They always bring updates on the intermediary financial sectors. Don't work with these people. Imagine you've already invested in them. It's going waste. How are you going to get your money? So that fear is there. That instability is there. People are not so sure which bank to work with. When I wanted to start to save with a bank, I asked about 10 people, which bank do you save with? Which bank do you, what is their service? Before I searched that, then one person I respect so much told me, she said, female, my brother saves at this bank. And that's why I chose the bank I work with or I save with at the moment. So you see the process I went through. Some will not go through that. They'll just, wake up one day, find any bank that they hear on radio or TV, they see on TV, they start working with that, looking at the terms they offer them and all that and what they can even do. And then when they go there, the only thing they know is they are coming to put their money, they save. My salary will pass through, my money will go through. There are other things that they need to do. But all put together, if they're understanding, like I always say, these issues, financial literacy, driving, for me, I feel like it should start from the basic level, GHS, SHS. By the time you get to university, you understand everything into detail. You understand? And I even feel like economics as it stands now should start from GHS.
But make it simple.
Yes, like I said, because to that level that they understand. You should understand, basics in like demand and supply. You should understand basic like inflation. What is inflation? What causes inflation? What triggers inflation? We have something like a scale of preference. You need to get to SHS before you understand what scale of preference is. And as I speak to you, not every person in SHS knows what scale of preference is.
Yeah.
What is your most priority? So people just do impulse buying. When the salary comes, at the moment, what comes? Giddy, giddy. But if you know what a scale of preference is, what comes first on your list is what you are going for. Your priorities. So you don't put anything on your list. As I stand, I know what if you give me 10,000, I'm straightforward.
What I'll buy.
And then after, maybe when we close for work, I'm going to Accra. I know what I'm going to buy because I've observed something. Like you said, financial literacy is an art and science. Business is an art and science. You need to study environment. You need to understand the people's behavior towards certain products. That is science. Art, you need to find out how innovative it is. Nobody is doing it, or if somebody is doing it, how are you bringing new thing into the system? And so it takes a big brain to even start a business. It takes a big brain to invest 10,000, 5,000, 2,000 to get a return that will make you a bigger person in the future. You understand? So if you know all these things from GHS to SHS, it will help us. And I think we are battling with unemployment rate. By the time you get to SHS, probably people have already made their decision whether they can continue university or find something doing in there.
I think I agree with you. I agree with you to a large extent. I mean, we can introduce it at a basic level with the basic terms. So that, like you mentioned, by the time you get into secondary school, you know what at least inflation is. Because you go to the market and you talk about inflation, the market women look at you and say, you know, yes, we might say that in reality or in real terms, it might not be reflective as you want, because you think that, okay, they say inflation is down, so the price of goods and services automatically should go down. But no, there is more to it.
Yeah, we don't go to university and ask someone what's inflation. They don't understand but the person has gone through all the levels of education. What they know is inflation is things are going up, deflation is coming though.
I think we got a caller. Maybe let's hear from the person quickly before we celebrate some birthdays. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Please, your name and where are you calling us from?
Please, I'm Kwame. I'm calling from Sweden.
Okay.
So I'll say this whole betting issue. I think it's about time we get educated about some of these. I'm also a lesson student who just completed it. I got to the time a colleague was introduced me to betting. Now we are the other. Well, I bet responsibly though, but I realized that betting can make you what you want to do. You have to start a business or start something that will help you get some money in. At the long run, maybe every month you work something trivial and start saving. I started my personal business with something little in some bonus stuff. And I just realized just like about 3 months, it's about 3 months now, I'm making close to 6,000 just from bonus. And I'm a guy. So I think there are a lot of business out there as young people when we take time and do educate ourselves and all talking about like financial literacy. There's one thing we are lacking a lot because I didn't know some of these things until I completed school. I faced realities. I was like, we have to educate ourselves. I started reading books and watching podcasts before I could think about a whole lot of stuff. So I think that we should be working on these days. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your thought with us as well. We appreciate it. And indeed, yes. So financial literacy.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if we are all garnered with that, I mean, we are so much versed in that. I don't see why if I have 20,000, because if I know I have 20,000 at GSS level, if I know 20,000 can start me up with this business, why would I get that 20,000 and go and put it into hopes and high hopes that Messi definitely has to score. So that my 20,000 now metamorphose into 200,000.
Yes.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
When of course that 20K, like the guy said, he has started some business and now he makes some 3K at the end of every month, and that's a lot of money.
Yeah, he said less than 6 months. He has about 6,000 or something.
And that's more than somebody's salary.
Oh, yes.
Somebody who wears the suit and tie.
And he's feeding from it. So
yes.
That the savings,
look,
paying
Prophet,
utilities and all
I think
that.
the thing with us is that luxury. I'll come back. Let's answer this call. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Please, your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Bento, but I'm from Kenya.
Okay, let's hear you, Bento.
But you guys are doing very, very well. In fact, if we had this kind of information, like we've gone far. That's the major problem we are facing as a country. That's financial literacy, and it's a very big problem. Concerning the betting issue, in fact, it's a terrible issue. I remember a time ago, I followed that kind of the same trend, and I thought that no, it's not helping, so I had to run away. So that's what I was saying. It's a very good agenda, and God richly bless you guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Bentley, for joining us. Well, so people have experience.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, if you're a football lover or a fan, you have experience. I mean, in the olden days, you predict and you get nothing. That's
so now
why
is it predict and
get something.
We are not against it.
Yeah.
No,
but do it responsibly.
But do it responsibly.
Yeah. Know your limits.
And God, I was saying that I think the problem we have is quest for luxury.
Yeah.
It's no longer a hunger issue. Because if it be about hunger, 300 cedis, 200 cedis is enough. So I know even if I place a bet of 10 cedis and I'm getting 250 cedis or 200 cedis, that should be okay for me.
Yeah.
Because at least 200 cedis should be able to feed me for a day or two, if depending on how and what you want.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if that is being responsible, then that should be. But where you want to buy a Bentley, you want to buy what's the name of the cars? Ferrari or what? Bugatti. You want to drive something like you want to buy a Benz. You want to live in a house around. Yes, you want to live in Trasaco. You want no, because you are seeing them on social media.
What work are you?
That is the question. Now I told you that do a random search. Young people at our age, what work do they even do? Most of them come to my hood and see. Early morning, they are driving with noise. You understand? You are going to work and you are hearing what is this? What is this? What kind of pressure is this? No, that's the reality.
Yeah.
For some, we can withstand it. It will not be deterred, will not be moved.
Yeah.
No. But how about the others? You need to have that sort of tough skin. Because, I mean, God, it is luxury.
Yeah.
Because you see Kofi in that same, and Kofi, you don't know how he's gotten his wealth. It could be legal, it could be illegal.
Yeah.
And definitely he will pay for it. Look at the stories we have seen over the period.
Yeah.
Look at this year alone. People, some are friends, some are family, some are, relatives and all of that. Look at how they are being captured and all of that. Just after enjoying all this luxury for how many years?
Yeah.
You're going to spend the rest of your life. If God no intervene for you, you get my point.
Yeah.
When will you even come out? By the time you come out, you are a messed up being.
Yeah.
Because your youth is gone. 35, 30, 40 years, and you are wallowing up in jail for the rest 30 years.
Yeah.
For what exactly? Wealth that you have enjoyed for 5 years, wealth that you have enjoyed for 10 years. Yes, that within that 10 years we will hail you, chairman, bossu. But after the 10th year, when you are being sentenced to whatever in prison, or even if you are no longer alive, who will even call you chairman again?
Yeah.
They will be raised.
Better to be called chairman than not called chairman at all. They will take the risk, please allow them.
I think that is the motto they have.
Yeah, allow them. So I think on Sunday, after I was preaching, he was talking about how young people of late would go in for money rituals, and they'll say they'll bring a chicken and they'll throw some corn. If the chicken takes 2, that means after 2 years you die, 3 after 3 years. So like, people have the narrative that I would rather want to live 2 years
with the
as
wealth,
a rich person than
live
wallow in poverty
for 10 years.
Yeah. So better to be called chairman than not. Better to live 2 years as a rich dusted guy.
The enjoyment after 2 years now. And you see, and with all due respect, I think that mantra is a lazy man's mantra.
Oh yeah.
It's a very lazy man's mantra. That I want to live for 2 years and enjoy. Then the 8 years, if I'm no more, it's gone. You are very lazy. So you live the well for who? Then why are you hustling? And people who don't work, they are the ones who think like that.
Oh yeah, of course.
Now me
it's
at my
them.
Yes, at my stage, and you wake up early morning to come here. It's for a reason.
Oh yeah.
So why do you give up and say because I need to get it and enjoy it in 2 years? So leave.
You know what will happen after the 2 years? No, there have been days where we thought, oh, these days where there have been worse. I wish I was not alive to see this day. There's some days who come and like, hey, if you have died, like you have do yourself.
You know why? You know what that means? Yeah. It is ordained to happen.
Exactly.
To shape you.
Yeah.
There are days that will come. You will not have anything, cry.
Yeah.
If you have 100 cities, well, you know how you manage yourself. If you have 100 cities for like 2 weeks, you don't even know where your next daily bread will come from.
100 cities for 2 weeks.
Now you know how you manage it.
Oh, of course.
If it is cocoa you will drink in the morning and sleep.
Cocoa
it don't happen to you before. When you know that even if you have 1,000 now, this is how you plan. That's what I'm saying. It happens for a reason. It happens to shape us so that now when you have 1,000 cities, you don't go spending anyhow because you spoke about it. Godfred also mentioned impulse buying and all of that. If you have 1,000 cities, you know how you manage it because you know how you have managed 100 cities in some weeks ago. You know, and I think that is just the way out, guys. I think we need to end it here. We'll find a time and talk about the financial literacy.
Yeah.
Maybe what's his name? Our friend Nelson. Nelson should be on the show one of these days. So we talk about financial literacy.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to do that.
Yeah. I mean, when you were talking, I just paid attention to you whether you mentioned a certain thing with age. And you didn't mention it.
Okay.
Luxury should not come with age. Living well shouldn't come with age. In our society, when someone gets rich at 18, we frown upon it.
Yeah. Society talks.
Yeah. You feel like richness should come with age. Like you should be like 40, you should drive 40,
Why?
you should be 40 to be driving this kind of.
And that's how the society perceives it.
I do not agree to that.
What am I even disputing this? I faced this too.
Yeah.
So when I was in class 4, so like getting into class 5, the long vacation, I wasn't going for vacation classes. So I think my mother came back from Judea and she brought a lot of tiger nuts. And then somebody said, oh, as a girl, if you chew a lot of tiger nuts, you fall sick and I guess again. So I was like, oh, how do they sell it? So we washed it. Nothing were in the market. So we washed it with salt, water, and then we put it on the sun a little for it to dry. And people started coming, oh, we want to buy. So people bought, and then I decided to tie the rest and go around the market. And I saw, I think that day I had 2 50 pesos. And I said, okay, let me go and buy Chocomilo. In that time, the Chocomilo was like 1 CD, 1 CD, 20 pesos. I bought rubber. Then went to buy toffee. They had divided it, so they had quarter, half, and things. I bought it and added it. And today, I tell you that when I got admission to Accra College of Education, that money from that toffee business paid my school fees for.
Yeah.
But when I started, someone told my mother, came to tell my mother that if she allows me to do the business, my eyes will get off school
into
and
money.
I want to sell.
Yeah.
I love money.
Yeah.
But today,
that
business has come through for us several times. Like the money from that business has come through for us several times.
How much did you start with?
250
pesos. Yeah.
250 pesos.
Yeah.
And today I buy toffee, I buy in boxes. I don't buy in sachets anymore.
Yeah.
So if
the
you want,
business has moved.
It has moved.
If you were not working with WoezorTV, I'm sure you'd have taken it a step further.
Oh yeah, I'll go and buy marshmallow, chocolate and things like.
So it started with 250 pesos. Yes. So it means that you can start with something.
Of course.
Okay.
How much do we need to even sell pure water?
How much is a bag? Don't go and buy the 250.
No, let's just from the people that put in the fridge that you go and buy and sell in traffic, maybe 15 cedis. What you need, a bowl, and then that start to do your kitchen, and then you carry. Let's just get 100 cedis. You add drinks to it, rush, and then the energy drinks and things. You add it to it, you carry and sell. But at the end of the day, won't you get some?
You get more than that.
Exactly.
The guys who make the money are in the traffic.
Bro, We really underestimate those people. And I tell you, water, if you are contemplating on what to sell, me right now, I'm looking for a shop around First Light to sell water.
Water. Okay.
See, water. Who doesn't drink water? Who doesn't use toothpaste?
Yeah.
Who doesn't use soap?
Yeah.
Who doesn't need toilet rolls?
Yeah. But Godfrey, you see the point you built, that wealth at a tender age.
Yeah.
Okay, these are the questions. In as much as we may really not agree with that notion, but these are the questions. At 18, the question now begs: you are driving what's the name? A Benz.
Okay.
You are living in a 2-bedroom house. The question now will be, how did you fund that? Of course, people will ask ordinarily, how did you fund all of that?
I mean, it makes sense to
do you get a point I'm building? Because you can only live that life when you are working. Society sees you as somebody who is not working. And that's why I made the example and I said that for all you know, your family wealth you have inherited. At 18, I mean at 16, we had friends who were driving. You get a point? They inherited their father's wealth. It is allowed. Somebody's father has money no matter what. So at 16, 18, he has everything to himself. But Mr. Haji's son, at 18, he is in this sort of class. You recently left SHS. You know, so those questions will be asked, especially in an era when the influx of, what's the name? Money ritual seemed dominating. You get it? It started with browsing and all of that. Now they've added blood to it. So the society again will ask the question, you're not working, we don't know you. You don't even travel out of home. You are in your room all the time. Then all of a sudden, after 2 months, you are now moved out of your house. You are living this life. See, cannot free him. And I'm sure these are legitimate questions that society will ask. But again, in doing that, we must be careful not to judge. Because I'm saying, I don't know Na's background. Whether Na drives Benz or not, I don't know if it is your boyfriend who bought it for you. So I can't draw conclusion and say that Na got her wealth illegally. And that I agree with you on. But the questions, of course, now people will ask. And they are fine to ask. And it also shapes us. It guides us. I think the narrative has changed, and that's why we see our younger brothers do it without questions being asked. So you have a sister who is 13, 14, 15, and she's having this.
Where did you get it
now?
from?
It took me years.
Where did you get it from?
I mean, 13 years, you are below the working age.
Even 15,
so
16.
Yes, you can't. I mean,
and parents don't ask questions.
That is it, and I'm just adding that bit to it, and that is why we see the kind of people we are raising lately. Because these foods are expensive. The least you get to be around 5,000, 3,000, depending on the brand you are going for anyway. But 16 years, maybe you are now about entering SHS or you are in SS2. You think people shouldn't ask questions?
No, they have every right to ask.
Yes.
Because you don't even fend for yourself.
No.
Somebody gives you for you.
Your school fees cannot even pay for it. Oh no, Shishi.
I know.
You are right. So my point is that we shouldn't classify wealth to age.
Well, yeah.
As from 18 going, for me, 19, 20, 21, if I see you in maybe a sizable car or manageable car, Toyota, those things, I won't ask so much questions.
Nobody asks who. Have you ever seen anybody ask Steven questions about it? I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Like,
I've had this argument with my grandma before because I used to have a brother, I mean, equal age. He traveled outside, he came back.
Charlie Steve will not give me lift again.
Yeah.
We have built a system in a sense that it impoverished us from 18 upwards. We fear to approach some, I mean, things that will make us feel comfortable because car is now a necessity. It helps your movement and all that. It's not even a luxury anymore.
No.
We need it for quick business and in the rapid business environment we find ourselves. You need to deliver something, you need to go here, you need to do this. So 20, 23, 24, 25, 30, you have a car, you are doing well, it should be normal. But the means, that's where Randy is coming in.
Yeah.
How you get these things is the next question.
If
do it legitimately.
If any of us drives a CRV, any of us drive what's that one? Civic, Corolla, it's okay because we are working.
Normal levels.
It's okay. But here is somebody who drives, say, a Ferrari, a Benz, an the Benz
Yeah,
to
that
be
one.
class.
Yes, you can be questioned. You need
Questions
to
will
be
be
questioned.
asked.
Yeah.
Because we know each other.
And Randy, the fact that you are working even doesn't mean you can even buy.
No.
Your work.
No.
You can check your income. You earn
exactly the point.
How
much?
So they can.
Do you get it?
So
you could be working, but people are working.
earning.
Teachers are they not working?
Yeah.
How many of them can afford CRV?
Oh, really?
With all due respect,
Those with the papa.
How many of them?
But if you are depending only on a buying the
to me, even if you go take loans, if you can't. To be sincere.
Because that loan you're going to spend,
for 5 years.
5 years, 6 years.
And how much is it? How much loan can they even take? If you look at the affordability.
Yeah.
Mind you, some even took loans to settle some debt. Some took loans to rent. I mean, we know teachers. So we know so how many of them can? So if you are working doesn't necessarily mean that you can afford that life.
Yeah.
So you are measured based on what you are even raking in as an income.
Exactly.
Yeah. If my income doesn't meet that standard, hell no, I won't live like that. Shishi. Anyway, we'll leave it here. We are not done with the conversation.
Oh no, not at all. But young people, open your eyes.
I think I have a message.
Okay.
Sorry, I have a message here. Let me just read. Charlie.
Young people, we can.
Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Open your eyes.
You fall in the working class. I mean, the working category, the workforce.
Okay.
There are a lot of ways. You know, I mean, cars and all these things. If the state has a proper
system,
you can go for a car.
Yeah.
Be paying. It shouldn't be a problem. It's not where to sleep, affordable housing.
Yeah.
But our system is such that
we live in a country where people pray to get cars. What are you
serious? Yes.
What? I was telling a friend last night. I was telling him, he was telling me, so at this point, he said last year, if somebody had asked him what he wanted, he would have said a phone and a laptop. But now he has a phone and a laptop. What he needs is a car now. Like, we live in a country where people pray to get cars, but ordinarily
people fast and pray because they want to travel to Ablochi.
These are very
your family
very,
is sitting
very
on your
basic
car. This year we need to do this
and get
so
a
this
car.
year and get a car. Can you imagine? So
what kind of mindset
that's our mentality.
So you are saying a seed of 10K to buy a car. When that 10K can of course start a business for you in 5 months, you can recoup enough to buy a Corolla to start with. Honestly, because Corolla at least 100,000.
My Vitz is 30,000. Vitz, Toyota Vitz.
You won't get to. Vitz are 30,000.
Give me 30,000.
Yeah, Chinese guys, that is podcast too. But guys, before we do this birthday, the message is, hi guys, I'm live from Western Region. Betting is not good for students. Even when you are in tertiary or uni, it doesn't matter. Okay. Thank you so much for sending your message. Yeah, so he is just giving a caution out there. We can't say it's not good. I mean, it's a choice. It's a game. So it's gaming. We are licensed to do all of that, to operate. And so we can't say. I know people will use religion and blah, 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 blah to say no. But we are saying that practically, if you want to bet responsibly. And I think we have shared personal experiences before. I no longer do it because of what happened in 2022. Since then, I've never tried it. It doesn't mean I frown upon it. You are allowed to do it, but bet
responsibly
using your gumption. It's as simple as it is.
People don't take alcohol, but it doesn't mean alcohol is
bad. Exactly.
Exactly. Depending on your belief, if you know you can't control yourself, you just
don't take it. That's it. Don't even take it. If you know you can't contain the rule, don't take a puff.
You're right. Just that.
Why is there anytime I talk about this thing, then you guys are laughing?
when I brought alcohol in there.
Okay, to my now can we celebrate birthdays?
Please.
Before this guy go and say something.
The
guy was drunk.
You have plaster living there with.
We need it.
With a hospital plaster. And I was
then
saying
again. Wakobu. Oh. Yeah, I sat in a car with somebody like that yesterday too. One young guy.
Comes by the image.
That's the extent people go. Yeah. You are drunk, but you're still drinking it. The next day you wake up weak, looking all tired and whatever. Hangover all over, but tomorrow you go and drink again.
Of course. You know what they say? They said the alcohol makes them sleep better.
It's a lie.
They say it makes them sleep better.
Okay.
I know there's a girl song game. He asked a question. So it says that somebody went to smoke and the person is meditating.
Yeah.
Somebody went to drink, the person is falling into gutter.
Yeah.
So my people come and judge.
Yeah.
A drunkard and a rasta.
Yeah.
Who has sense?
I go for I.
Wait, one day, I should sing this one. I should give you for freestyle.
Oh, give me freestyle. Give me freestyle. What's the celebration?
Moko ya shanwiye meditating song. Ni moko ya nuda agbegota mi song.
Okay.
Oh my people, come and jejo. That oloke rasta na money your demo. Tintoti, tintoti. Tintoti yenu sanye fadri. Oh my people, come and jejo. That oloke rasta na money your demo. Chado whatever.
Okay, but girls, I think you guys
compose. Yeah. We are very, very,
So you, which one? Judge.
Okay.
Judge.
Oh, praise him.
Judge. We are praising him.
Praise. No, you don't understand. If I say praise him, you should know that I've gotten into a different. Where I stand, I can't judge.
Hallelujah. Oh, judge. You judge.
Where I stand, I can't judge.
Judge.
Oh.
Judge.
Well, let's talk back. Let's talk.
So you can't judge.
Off air.
You judge.
Okay.
Judge.
Hey, Randy.
Judge.
That oloke rasta na money your dream.
Okay. Now we know. At least we know. We know what you want.
You get that oloke rasta na money your dream. That oloke drunkard rasta. No money. Family, let's celebrate some birthdays this morning here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. 11th August 2026. If you're celebrating your birthday today, happy birthday to you. Yeah, we share with you on your special day. So let's get into our list of celebrants real quick and see who we are celebrating. Amazing birthday going out to Bernard Date, popularly known as Kawawa. Happy birthday to you, sir. May this year be a great year for you. Enjoy your year and yes, have a great one. Bernard Date, popularly known as Kawawa. Away from him, let's see who we are celebrating again this morning. Benjamin Ferguson, it's your birthday today. Enjoy your year. Happy birthday to you. Wish you the very best that life has got to offer. Away from Benjamin, let's celebrate another amazing personality. Abdullah Munkaila, it's your birthday today. Fresh boy, enjoy this year. And yes, this is a special one from me to you. May this year come with lots of blessings, bigger opportunities, more money. And yeah, may the lines fall in pleasant places for you. Enjoy your year. Happy birthday to you. Away from him, let's see who we are celebrating again this morning. Jay Songs, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you, Minister Jay Songs. May this year be a great year for you. And yeah, may the Lord continue to bless you in all that you do. Happy birthday. There is a notable birthday this morning here, and we will celebrate this amazing person. So away from Jay Songs, let's celebrate our Minister for Foreign Affairs, Member of Parliament for the good people of North Tong, the Honorable Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa. Happy birthday to you, sir. One of the amazing ministers in this government doing great things there for country, for God and country. So, the Honorable Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa from the entire WoezorTV family, we all celebrate you, wish you a great year, a blessed year, and yes, of course, an amazing one. Cheers to a bigger and better year, sir. You are celebrated. So, that will be it for birthdays this morning here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. Please do all to keep your wishes coming in to our WhatsApp number 055-269-7939, 055-269-7939. Let's share in your special day and that of your loved ones. Let's have your wishes 3 p.m. the day before your birthday so we can celebrate with you and share with you on your special day. We take a quick break. We'll be back with more.
can be the generation that ends it for good.
Malaria must die, so millions can live.
If you're watching this with your friends, you'll probably make a joke.
Because you know what you feel on the inside
Isn't what you want people to know.
If you have to pretend to be happy, find someone you trust and tell them.
If you get mad at things and you don't know why, or have thoughts about hurting yourself,
Find someone you trust and tell them.
you are never alone when you share.
Seriously, people care about you.
It's okay to not understand what you're feeling.
And it's easy to think that you're all alone.
But you don't have to be.
You're never alone when you share.
Don't be ashamed to tell someone you trust what you're feeling.
You're not alone.
You are not alone.
Find someone you trust and tell them.
Tell a parent.
Tell a teacher. Tell a brother or sister.
Or just tell a friend.
You haven't done anything wrong.
Talk to someone.
Talk to someone.
It's how things get better.
Only a father can understand. Only a husband can understand. Only a man can understand. Prostate cancer. It's about more than fear of cancer. It's about fear of losing urinary control and sexual function. That's why more men turn to Jackson South for robotic surgery than anywhere else in South Florida. Get the facts at jacksonprostatefacts.org. Miracles made daily.
Time now for the WoezorTV report. Let's take a look at the headlines. Thank you so much for joining. Now let's settle in for the details of the story. Vice President Professor Nana Jane Upoku-Agyeman has reaffirmed government's commitment to deepening democratic decentralization and strengthening local governance to improve public service delivery and accelerate development across Ghana. Speaking at the second National Dialogue on Decentralization and Responsive Governance held to mark the African Day of Decentralization and Local Development, the dialogue was held under the theme Resetting Democratic Decentralization for Accountable Public Service.
And responsive governance. His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama sends his greetings to all of you. We don't acknowledge his greetings. This dialogue is timely, not least because the continent is also commemorating the Africa Day on Decentralization and Local Governance, as you have heard. This is an opportunity to reflect on the progress Africa has made towards democratic decentralization and to responsive, accountable, and effective local governance. Today, we renew our resolve to ensure that decentralization remains true to its purpose, which is bringing government closer to the people and bringing progress closer to their doorsteps. Since the adoption of the 1992 Constitution, successive Ghanaian governments have worked steadily to translate the constitutional promise of decentralization into strong institutions and functioning systems that serve our citizens through our metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies. Through the efforts of government institutions, parliament, district assemblies, development partners, traditional authorities, academia, civil society, and countless other stakeholders, we have developed the National Decentralization Policy and Strategic Framework 2026 to 2030.
And now, away from that, the Minister for Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, Abla Jifa Gomashi, has outlined developments and achievements in the tourism, culture and creative arts sectors since taking office. Speaking at the Government Accountability Series on Monday, August 10, the minister disclosed that Ghana generated an estimated $4.34 billion from international tourism in 2025, as the sector recorded growth across several sectors.
Tourist arrivals reached 1,303,962 people in 2025. Which is an increase over the 2024 figure of 1,288,804. Domestic tourism grew from 1.68 million visits in 2024 to 1.7 million visits in 2025, representing 7% growth. The total revenue generated from the arrivals in 2025 is 4.34 billion, I beg your pardon. The 10 most visited attractions in Ghana combined to draw 1,377,588 visitors in 2025. This accounted for roughly 77% of all domestic tourism site visits nationwide. These sites are Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park, Kakum National Park, Bunsu Aboritum Eco Park, Cape Coast Castle, Menchia Palace, Kumasi Zoo, Accra Zoo, Elmina Castle, Shai Hills Resource Reserve, and Abri Botanical Gardens. May I add real quick that 3 out of the 10 are directly under the ministry. The others are handled differently from the ministry. Average total workforce of star-rated hotels in Ghana is now 101 staff per hotel, indicating 80 full-time staff and 21 temporary staff. And the gender demarcations are that there are more females in the sector, as I'm sure you know, than males. Licensed tourism enterprises have grown from 6,702 in 2024 to 7,109.
Now, the minister further cautioned tourism facility owners against increasing rents without making corresponding improvements to the services they provide.
Some of the smaller facilities are just breaking the law. Let's call a spade a spade. People are just breaking the law. And we are happy with what the rent control commissioner, right? What he's doing. I want to applaud him. He's probably not the very popular person now in our country for those who are caught in his web. But if we can all just try to do the right thing, I'm sure that we'll all be proud of the Ghana that we want to build. So you're a facility and you know that you haven't added any additional facility to what exists. But every month, every term, you are just, because you can, you just increase the rents and so on without the commensurate improvement on the services that you are supposed to give to the people. So I'm on his side, though. I'm on his side. And we should collaborate with him more. And yes, the CEO is telling me that they've invited him for a conversation to see how they do it. And I'm sure that I'll be briefed after they've had their engagement. But let me take this opportunity to appeal to facility owners. Don't wait till the staff lock your place up and start calling me. I'm at the ministry doing policy and try to review our old laws. All the old agencies. National Theatre was built in 1991. Its laws are old. I'm trying to get the lawyers to work with me and so on. Just do your thing so you are not locked out and then start calling me and make me look like I'm not paying attention to you. We all owe it.
And now away from Accra, the Volta Economic Corridor is being positioned as a key driver of Ghana's 24-hour economy and accelerated export program. Presidential advisor Augustus Gusi-Tano says the Volta Lake holds significant economic potential beyond hydropower generation. Speaking at the start of the negotiations on the Master of Concession Agreement for the corridor, he said the project will harness the lake and surrounding areas to support agriculture, manufacturing, logistics, renewable energy, and export development. The initiative is also expected to strengthen regional trade and create an integrated, production-led economy.
When they dammed the Volta River to create the largest man-made lake and reservoir in the world. We are proud to be inheritors of that dream and part of the story. Early last year, when we began developing the 24-hour industrial policy, it became apparent that the Volta River system could be key to our policy. We saw that all the ingredients for national economic revival laid out for us, waiting to be reassembled along the lake system. What are these important ingredients and characteristics of the lake system? Thousands of square kilometers of navigable waterway, millions of hectares of arable land, vast potential for large-scale renewable energy production, a vast, increasingly skilled but underutilized workforce. Our task as 24-hour is to present Cabinet with an implementation plan to harness this opportunity. This was the origin and birth of the Volta Economic Theory. We are not the originators of the Volta Economic Concept. That honor goes to Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. We see going forward large-scale renewable energy to complement Akosombo, Akuse, and Bui, cheap and environmentally friendly transportation systems, modern agricultural development, strategic manufacturing hubs, lake tourism that taps a huge potential, and social development projects. All of this positions us to achieve an aggressive national export program. It allows us to build a new regional trade hub, new regional trade relations that benefit our sub-region and, of course, benefit our continent and the wider world. Today,
An hour away from that, the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Emmanuel Amakufibua, has upheld the revocation of the Akongo, Salman and Nkrofo mining leases of Adamus Resources Limited. The leases were revoked in April 2026 following investigations which established breaches of Ghana's mining laws. The decision was reviewed after the company petitioned the minister, but following a comprehensive assessment, the revocation has been maintained with immediate effect. The minister has directed the Minerals Commission to assume administrative oversight of the company and ensure an orderly transition and continuity of operations. Government has also assured workers that their jobs will be safeguarded while reiterating its commitment to protecting legitimate investment and enforcing compliance with Ghana's mining laws.
This morning we made a working visit to assess the situation at this month. So we're asking objective of government to make sure that the security of workers, safety of workers is the top priority, and also to ensure the largest continuity. But let me first extend my condolence to the family and all of you as workers. I know anytime there's a tragic incident that happens to your co-worker, that really can be very disturbing. And so I share the pain and tragic loss, and we pray that God will strengthen.
Now, away from mining, corporate Ghana and the international community are supporting government relief efforts following the June 29 flood disaster. The Office of the President has received cash, food, medical supplies, and other essential items from several organizations for distribution to flood victims. Among the donors are the Ghana Association of Chinese Societies and Companies, MTN Ghana, Central Group, EcoBank Ghana, B5 Plus, Tobinco Group, and other corporate institutions. Cash contributions include 200,000 cedis from Subscare FM Manufacturing Company and 50,000 cedis for the Ghana Institute of Surveyors. The donations include thousands of bags of rice, mattresses, blankets, medical supplies, mosquito nets, water, clothing, and other relief items. Senior government officials received the donations on behalf of the state as government continues efforts to support communities affected by the disaster. The National Disaster Management Organization Now, still on relief items, the National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO, at the Ayawaso Central Municipal Assembly has intensified relief efforts for residents affected by the June 29 flooding disaster. Municipal Director Mohammed Awal says about 2,300 persons have so far received relief items from the Assembly. The support includes rice, soaps, blankets, mattresses, mosquito nets, mosquito repellents, and water. Speaking during Monday's presentation, Mr. Awal says social services and health personnel are also providing psychosocial support to residents to help them cope with the trauma resulting from the disaster. The following report has more.
Organization NADMO at the Ayawaso Central Municipal Assembly has provided relief items to about 2,300 residents affected by the June 29 flooding disaster. The municipal's director, Mohammed Awar, says the assembly is prioritizing residents from the worst affected electoral areas as it continues to assess the extent of the damage. Speaking during the distribution of relief items to some affected residents on Monday, August 10, Mr. Awar said the assembly initially estimated that 3,021 people had been affected. He, however, said the figure is being reviewed as assessment teams continue to verify reports from the various communities. The relief items being distributed include rice, soap, blankets, mattresses, mosquito nets, mosquito repellents, water, among others. Beyond the distribution of relief items, the Assembly has also begun desilting and dredging drains in some flood-affected areas as part of measures to improve drainage and prevent the recurrence.
We are still working on the drains to make sure that if there's any rain, it can just pass away freely. We have the social services that provide them with those education, and they've also started. The health are also on the ground just to support them with the cleaning activities in those affected areas. So we are on the ground.
Some beneficiaries expressed appreciation for the support. One of them, Christopher Aye, a physically challenged electronic repairer, said although the items may not replace everything he lost, the gesture was significant in helping affected residents recover. He also appealed to people who have resorted to begging on the street following the disaster to seek sustainable and employable opportunities to rebuild their lives. The Assembly said it is also working with its social services and health teams to provide psychological support to residents who may have suffered trauma from the disaster. For WoezorTV.
Now, still on relief items, the government of the United Arab Emirates has donated relief items to support families affected by the devastating floods that hit parts of Ghana on June 29, 2026. The disaster displaced nearly 90,000 people, affected close to 18,000 households and claimed about 34 lives. Rachel Asamoah has more.
From the United Arab Emirates is being described by Ghanaian authorities as a timely response to the country's appeal for international support following the June 29 floods. The floods left thousands of families displaced and disrupted livelihoods, highlighting the growing impact of climate-related disasters on vulnerable communities. At the presentation ceremony, Minister of State in charge of Climate Change and Sustainability, Seydou Isifu, expressed Ghana's appreciation to the government and people of the UAE for the intervention. He says government will ensure the relief items reach families and communities most affected by the disaster, while appealing to other countries, development partners and international organizations to respond to Ghana's call for assistance.
The swift and positive response of the United Arab Emirates to Ghana's appeal is a remarkable demonstration of the enduring friendship between our two countries. Your generosity brings hope and relief to thousands of people affected by the flood.
Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs James Chacha-Kwesi also expressed Ghana's gratitude to the UAE for the humanitarian assistance.
Please convey the leadership, government and people of the United Arab Emirates and the sincere appreciation of His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama and the people of Ghana for this generous humanitarian assistance. We greatly appreciate that. May this gesture of solidarity further deepen the enduring friendship between the Republic of Ghana and the United Arab Emirates and inspire even greater cooperation between our two nations.
For the United Arab Emirates, the assistance is a demonstration of solidarity with Ghana at a difficult time. His Excellency Rashid Al-Shamsi is the Director of Logistics Support at the UAE Aid Agency.
The United Arab Emirates believes that helping others in time of need is based on unity, entity, and cooperation and shared responsibilities. In this regards, we stand with Ghana and support your national efforts to help those affected and to assist recovery.
The UAE's intervention is expected to strengthen the relief efforts as authorities continue to respond to the needs of flood-affected communities. For WoezorTV.
Now moving on, former Power Minister Dr. Kwabena Donkor has denied allegations that he demanded or received money in connection with a U.S. bribery case involving former Goldman Sachs banker Asante Beku. His lawyers, Candavich Chambers, say Dr. Donkor has never met Asante Beku and never discussed any personal benefits with him. The former minister admits his ministry negotiated with Aska Energy to generate electricity during Ghana's severe power crisis. His lawyers also confirmed that the technical team was sent to Istanbul, Turkey to inspect power generation equipment as part of pre-shipment inspection process. They insisted that Dr. Donkor neither authorized anyone to demand money on his behalf nor received any financial or personal benefit from Asante Beku. Meanwhile, the Economic and Organized Crime Office, EOCO, has intensified investigations into the Ghanaian dimension of the bribery case involving former Goldman Sachs banker Asante Kweku Beku. The move follows the transfer of evidence and records from U.S. authorities after Mr. Beku's conviction. EOCO says asset tracing and recovery will form a key part of the investigation as it seeks to identify any proceeds or assets linked to suspected criminal conduct. The office stressed that Mr. Beku's U.S. conviction does not automatically establish criminal liability for anyone in Ghana. Now moving on, the Ghana Maritime Authority has facilitated the repatriation of 12 stranded seafarers aboard the MV Rahaf Moon after months of hardship. The crew, comprising 9 Indians, 2 Azerbaijanese and 1 Turkish national, have been left without adequate food and water, with unpaid wages exceeding $150,000. The Ghana Maritime Authority, working with the Ghana Port and Harbours Authority, ITEF, foreign missions and other stakeholders, secured emergency supplies and recovered 4 months of outstanding wages before the crew was repatriated on July 23. The MV Rahaf Moon remains under the custody of the GPHA and is undergoing legal processes towards a judicial sale, with the remaining wage claims expected to be addressed during the proceedings. And for some international news. At least 132 people are dead and a state of emergency has been declared after Colombia was hit by one of its largest earthquakes in years. The death toll is likely to rise with more fear trapped under collapsed buildings. According to Colombia's Geological Service, the magnitude 7.4 quake struck at a depth of 103 kilometers in Chocó province. It was felt across an enormous area, stretching for hundreds of miles across western Colombia. Many deaths has been concentrated in the city of Pereira in Colombia's coffee-growing region, with surrounding cities of and the Valle de Cauca region also hit hard. The epicenter of the quake was near the village of San Jose de Palma in Chocó province, but local mayor Leon Fabio Marin Moncada said there had been miraculously no deaths and injuries despite the roads in and out being damaged. Colombia's Association of Capital Cities wrote in a statement update on Monday that more than 480 people were injured in the quakes. Now this brings us to the end of the WoezorTV report. Many thanks for staying with us. I am Karen Na Oyo Kwoti.
Embarrassed. Too embarrassed to speak to a loved one. Too embarrassed to speak to your doctor.
Too embarrassed. When in our lifetime, 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer.
Let me repeat that. 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer disease.
1 in 12. That could be your dad, even your older brother, uncle, or grandfather.
You need to make sure they are not embarrassed to speak to you or their doctor about it.
Hey, Dad, have you had your prostate checked out? See? How hard is that? It's easy. Just start the conversation.
Prostate cancer is survivable if caught and treated early enough.
Don't let embarrassment stop you having this important conversation.
You may save someone's life.
Not just your own.
Okay, next one. Sit down. Look to camera.
This is what it looks like to be exceptional, to stand out from the crowd, to make history. But what if women didn't have to be exceptional? What if they didn't have to be the first, the best, or the only woman? What if being a female engineer wasn't remarkable? What if women and men could compete as equals? I don't want to make history. I don't want to be the only woman. I want to be one of many.
Welcome back for Sports Update on the Breakfast Cafe. My name is Godfrey Amwafo. Let's start from a breaking news coming in from the camp of Accra Suffolk, because they have officially withdrawn from the 2026 GACA Top 4 tournament, citing clashes between the competition scheduled dates and the club's existing programs. And a statement issued by the club's management, House of Folk, said the decision was necessitated by clashes between the scheduled tournament dates and other pre-agreed programs of the club. And the club also expressed concerns about the tournament's proximity to the commencement of the new league season. You shouldn't forget that the new league season starts from September 4 to 7. And so, of course, House of Folk says that they don't have time to prepare for the top 4 and again prepare for the upcoming season. But of course, playing the top 4 is also preparation. Now they're saying that anticipation at this time could affect its preparations and existing commitments. House of Folk also revealed that it had earlier engaged the Ghana League Clubs Association, that is GACA, to request a change in the tournament schedule to allow the club to participate. However, according to the club, those efforts did not result in any adjustment to the dates after what it described as careful consideration. The management of the Phobians, concluded that withdrawing from the competition was the most appropriate course of action. But the club has nevertheless thanked GACA for its efforts in organizing the 2026 Top 4 tournaments and wish the association and the participating clubs a successful competition. Now, House of Folk also reaffirmed its commitment to maintaining a cordial relationship and continue collaboration with GACA and the wider Ghana football community. But of course, they termed the withdrawal, and they say it means that as it stands now, they are not going to be part of it, and so we are not going to see either Accra Suffolk and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. We shouldn't forget that Kotoko did not make it to the top 4. The 4 teams were Bebiene Gold Stars. Let me start from the one: Mediama, Bebiene Gold Star, Accra Suffolk, and then Dreams FC. So we don't know what GACA will do at the moment, whether it will continue to play or add another team to make it top 4 or extend it to top 8. They are capable of doing anything at any time. So we hope to see what will come after Accra Suffolk's withdrawal. But then let's talk about the total energies and the CAF, because they have also confirmed that Ghana will host the Under-20 African Cup of Nations in February and March 2027. So that is the announcement that CAF yesterday brought out. And so they brought out a lot of competitions that will be coming up in different countries. But Ghana's own has been confirmed in that regard. Now, the 2027 Under-20 AFCON will be among several youth tournaments, with Morocco hosting the Under-17 AFCON, while Egypt will stage the Under-23 AFCON, which will serve as a qualifier for the 2028 Olympic Games. Now, the Senior AFCON 2027 to be hosted jointly by Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. The schedule for 19 June to 17 July 2027, with qualifiers beginning in just next month, September. Now, CAF says that the clearer calendar will help member associations, broadcasters, sponsors, and supporters plan ahead. So yesterday they brought out their calendar telling us which countries and years and months that all these tournaments will begin. And so Ghana, we know our own, that they are under 20 AFCON. We are hosting it, and so we begin the preparations ahead. That's the schedule or the timetable that CAF yesterday released. Now let's talk about transfer markets in Europe, starting from Manchester City, because they are closing in on signing Ayoub Boadi, the 18-year-old boy who plays for Morocco and Lille in France. Now he's being valued at 100 million euros, which translates to 85 million pounds. Yeah, so this young man, just 18 years, and is being valued at this money, 85 million pounds. This is huge. But then Manchester City are closing in. I think, but as it stands now, the agreement on personal level is high. So we hope to see what will happen. Now, Real Madrid are also interested in signing World Cup winning Spain midfielder Martin Zubimendi. I know Randy will not be happy because he is there also midfielder. He's just 25 years. And of course, if that deal goes through, that means Madrid will get the signature and sign this player Zubimendi from Arsenal in that regard. But then let's talk about Arsenal and Brazil forward Gabriel Jesus. He's just 29 years and is also hoping to move to Napoli this summer. The Italian side is hoping to get him in their front to shape things for them because they want to compete for next season. But then again, Italian side AS Roma have had initial talks with Gabriel Martinelli's representatives as they explore a move for the 25-year-old Arsenal and Brazil winger. So it means that Arsenal players, about 3 of them have been targeted by this European top flight. So of course, if it happens, it means that probably Arsenal will have to go to the market to find replacement for all these players. These players were all integral players in last season's victory when it comes to the Premier League and even their finals that they were able to reach in the Champions League. And so Arteta, I know he'll be hot. If these players agree to leave and the teams are able to pay their fees, it means that they'll be out of the Gunners list. But then Barcelona and Tottenham have also both made recent inquiries to Bayern Munich about England forward Harry Kane, who is just 33 years, over the summer transfer. And so it means that if that goes through, these two teams, Tottenham would want to go back for him. But then Barcelona is also, and you shouldn't forget that Ferran Torres has already left Barcelona. I mean, he's on his way to PSG to make way for Rodri to come. Lewandowski is not in Barcelona at the moment, and so they will need a formidable striker to lead their attack. But then Manchester City are also aware of interest from Nottingham Forest in their Netherlands midfielder Tijani Mirandes, who is just 28 years, who was signed from AC Milan last summer for just 46 million pounds. And so they are also monitoring that development. But then Bradley Barcola, 23, he plays for the French national team, and PSG has given the green light to Liverpool despite Arsenal making a late move for the player. In fact, who is valued about 130 million pounds. So he has given the green light to Liverpool. He wants the rest side of England. He wants to be at Anfield, and so Arsenal can hold back their guns at the moment. But then Inter Milan and Italy defender Alejandro Bastoni, 27, and Crystal Palace and England midfielder Adam Watson, 22, remain of interest to Real Madrid, who are intend on making 3 more summer signings. So Madrid want to sign all the best players. I don't know how many players Jose Mourinho is demanding to start the season, but of course you already know the kind of signings that Mourinho has already made this transfer market. He still wants more. So if you know you have any best player anywhere, be careful because Madrid will be coming after that player. But then Marseille and Denmark midfielder Per-Emil Højbjerg, 31, has turned down the opportunity to join Newcastle. But of course, Manchester United are strongly considering a move for RB Leipzig and Germany defender David Raum, who is just 28, after failing to sign England left-back Lewis Hall, who is just 21, from Newcastle. So the transfer market at the moment is boiling. In fact, the big clubs who will be playing in the Champions League and other European competitions are eyeing for top flight players to fill in gaps and also make sure that they complement their side for next season. You shouldn't forget that La Liga starts next week. By the close of next 2 weeks, English Premier League will also start. And so it is now to begin swimming the waters to get your eyes brown. And that's what the teams are doing at the moment. This is some brief from the world of transfer markets, and this is where I draw the curtains on the WoezorTV Breakfast Show Sports. I am Godfred Amoa for Entertainment. Is up next. Do stay.
can be the generation that ends it for good.
Malaria must die, so millions can live.
Gentlemen, I've got some bad news and some good news. Okay, the bad news is that your chances of getting prostate cancer are now just 7 to 1. In fact, prostate cancer is killing one man every single hour of the day in this country. Imagine that, 1 every hour of the day. But the good news is, we're forming a team to stop that clock. Men United. It's time men united together to fight prostate cancer, the way women have united against breast cancer. We need to get together and find a cure, as well as better ways to care for the 250,000 prostate cancer sufferers out there. Please, get on side and join us in the fight. Men United versus prostate cancer. We can win this.
If you're watching this with your friends, you'll probably make a joke. Because you know what you feel on the inside isn't what you want people to know.
If you have to pretend to be happy, find someone you trust and tell them.
If you get mad at things and you don't know why, or have thoughts about hurting yourself,
Find someone you trust and tell them.
you are never alone when you share. Seriously, people care about you.
It's okay to not understand what you're feeling.
And it's easy to think that you're all alone.
But you don't have to be.
You're never alone when you share. Don't be ashamed to tell someone you trust what you're feeling.
You're not alone.
You are not alone. Find someone you trust and tell them.
Tell a parent.
Tell a teacher. Tell a brother or sister.
Or just tell a friend.
You haven't done anything wrong. Talk to someone.
Talk to someone.
It's how things get better.
Gentlemen, I've got some bad news and some good news. Okay, the bad news is that your chances of getting prostate cancer are now just 7 to 1. In fact, prostate cancer is killing one man every single hour of the day in this country. Imagine that, 1 every hour of the day. But the good news is, we're forming a team to stop that clock. Men United. It's time men united together to fight prostate cancer, the way women have united against breast cancer. We need to get together and find a cure, as well as better ways to care for the 250,000 prostate cancer sufferers out there. Please, get on side and join us in the fight. Men United versus prostate cancer. We can win this.
Good morning. You are welcome to the entertainment update here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. I am Evergreen Asanto, and now let's look at the headlines in the world of entertainment. Oforian Ponsa says heartbreak inspired Odo Enyum. Maurice Babyface reveals childhood sexual abuse. Grace Omabo predicts comeback for Ghana's movie industry. Ghana to host first Afro-Caribbean Creative Bridge Conference. Otumfuo takes Ghana's investment pitch to Washington, D.C. And now to the details of these stories. Oforiamponsa has revealed that heartbreak inspired the creation of his classic high life song, Odonyum. Speaking in an interview, the musician recalled entering the studio while dealing with an emotional pain of a failed relationship. He said he had recently become engaged to a woman who traveled to Germany shortly afterwards, leaving him emotionally distressed. According to Oforiamponsa, that difficult experience and unexpectedly brought out his creative side and inspired the song that would later became one of his biggest hits. And that is what Oforiamponsa is saying about Odonyum. And I told you that the remix of Odonyum, the song that was released in 2010, August 1st to be precise, has been remixed featuring Stonebwoy and then Kiddy. And that is one of the current songs that everybody is dancing to. So if you haven't heard the song, just make sure that you find the song so that you can enjoy the new remix too as well. So yes, we'll leave it at that. Now we'll look at our next story. And Ghanaian musician and producer Maurice Babyface has opened up about being sexually assaulted as a child and by also female house help. Speaking on the Delay Show, the 46-year-old said the abuse occurred repeatedly when he was between the ages of 9 and 10 and while his mother was away at work. Maurice Babyface said he did not tell his mother about the abuse at the time and only disclosed what happened when he became an adult.
Men kaya ebia na memewo ebia be 12 13 no ebia no na ebia be 28 30 hono maybe na sa time no se me ma me ko edwuma yenya pon free school aba no na eno na nye sa me 12 years no. I think it was like earlier around maybe be 10 years, be 9 10 years. But my say be me ma me ko edwuma no like ono be hwen free school ba be hwen duane ne bibia no we na like okoshe dem na wa frel na ode wa ba bi si ni so na one no ada what you say
that's child abuse.
Yes, but say actually
but so child abuse.
Yes, I know.
And you're not the owner Roland.
There me.
I didn't know one another.
I don't know. Say maybe so I made
but it affected you, Anna.
Of course.
But you didn't know how it affected
you. On one. Enipa na one yes number one. Unim like the motive behind idea na oye no. And now unim spirit so ekuta no.
What the spirit ni wura wa.
Edi yes what am I say? The reason why
it's on no year frequently and answer.
Oh yes. And the reason why I make can say send your parents bi o ma omani ebe ko omum on say usually no na ya dwene say ebia ye mama no yes but a man be na on say man be no ma wo de ye na obi wo no ma say like say ekoye ne da na say bibia onka
enti eye wo de
na wo de oh o say eye wo de on say eye ade awusa minim say we encry bia mema be 20 a bia emu 1 or 2 pe na be kwa akoka.
So you never told your mom?
So that is Maurice Babyface on the Delay Show, and these are some of the conversations that needs to be had. People need to talk about some of these things because trust me, there are a lot of people out there going through some of these things, especially our men, our young boys. They are going through it and they can't even voice out. That is why lately I've been seeing people on social media saying that I think even Kobiche is trying to champion this boys' life matter, where he's trying to get men to be vocal, outspoken, and then they can also share their grievances. See, if you have to cry, you have to cry. Sometimes it is very, very necessary, but unfortunately, he never shared it until now or until he became an adult and then he told his mom. I'm just wondering, he didn't share what the mom did, right? But I'm just wondering and trying to imagine how the mom received the whole news. But I mean, it was too late. Probably the house help or the auntie or whatsoever was not even around to be confronted. So please, let's pay attention to our young ones. I think it is very, very important and very necessary. Now, let's talk about veteran actress Grace Omabo, who believes Ghana's struggling movie industry can once again rise despite the challenges facing the sector. Speaking during an interview during the late Beverly Afaglo's funeral, Omabo attributed the decline to finance and also weak script writing, and she said veteran actors continue to share their experience with younger filmmakers, although some do not always take the advice. Grace Omabo also reflected on Beverly Afaglo's death, describing the actress passing as painful and using the moment to highlight the devastating impact of cancer. And that is what our beloved Grace Omabo shared. So it looks like there is hope for the Ghanaian film industry, and then we are all hoping for the best. We can only hope, right? But I hope that there are also the people who care so much about the industry who are putting in the efforts. But I also believe that it is a collective effort and we all need to come together one way or the other. And an interesting question that even popped up during yesterday's Government Accountability Series. What was the last Ghanaian movie that you watched? Do you patronize Ghanaian films? That is also a question that you and I need to answer. The foreign movies are a lot, but we need to also cherish and also patronize our very own. But let's move away from that. And Ghana will host the inaugural Afro-Caribbean Creative Bridge Conference from September 21 to 23, 2026, bridging together key stakeholders to discuss copyright, royalties, and the future of the music industry. Tourism, Culture and Creative Art Minister Ablajifa Gumashi announced the conference during the Government Accountability Series on Monday, which was yesterday. The initiative is expected to strengthen collaboration between Ghana and the Caribbean creative industry while addressing key issues affecting music rights, royalty collection, and the growth of the creative economy.
Ministry has gone into a partnership agreement with the World Intellectual Property Organization, WIPO, to organize the first ever IP conference for Africa and the Caribbean in Ghana. Dubbed Afro-Caribbean Creative Bridge Conference, the copyright-centered South-South collaboration platform will be dedicated exclusively for creators and professionals in the music industry from Africa and the Caribbean. The conference is designed as both a policy and practice-oriented event that translates copyright principles into concrete tools for music sector collaborations, including collective management, digital distribution, neighboring rights, and cross-cultural border royalty flows. The event, which is targeting over 50 Ghanaian creatives in music, will A, raise IP awareness in the business of music in Africa and the Caribbean. B, develop a structure for WIPO's future engagements that support creatives in music. C, build creators' capacity in copyright, licenses, and IO-based business models. D, facilitate co-creation of original copyright-protected works across regions. E, promote South-South creatives, trade, and cultural exchange. And F, strengthening linkages between creators, collective management organizations.
So right after the entertainment update, we'll delve deep into yesterday's Government Accountability Series. So I wouldn't want to touch on this now. When we sit down to have that conversation, we can go into details about this. But I think it is a good initiative and it is the first of its kind. So knowing that it is starting right here in Ghana, it is a very good thing. Hopefully it helps strengthen our copyright issues, our royalty also, and then it helps us very, very, very well. So like I stated, we'll go into details of that. But let's move away from that. Let's look at my last story this morning. And Asantehene Otumfuo Osei II is taking Ghana's investment and development agenda to Washington, D.C. as part of the Millennium Excellence Week. The week-long program scheduled for August 24 to 13 will bring together African leaders, investors, business executives, and members of the global Black diaspora. A major highlight will be the Africa Business Summit, where organizers hope to secure up to $500 million in structured capital commitment for projects in Ghana. Now, the investment proposals include projects in transportation, pharmaceuticals, textiles, agriculture, tourism, and also air cargo infrastructure. The program will also feature the Millennium Excellence Awards and the Akwesi Day Kese Festival at the Bowie State University. And the initiative seeks to move beyond cultural connections between Africa and its diaspora by creating concrete economic partnerships and investment opportunities. So we're also hoping that the Millennium Week or Excellence Week goes well, and then hopefully we are able to secure the targeted amounts in infrastructure or structured capital. So we are wishing the Otumfuo, the Asantehene, the very best in this, and then it can only get better. These are some of the things I always say that we love to see. So he's not just thinking about the Ashanti Kingdom, he's thinking about the country or the motherland in general, and these are some of the things we really do appreciate and we like to see. So that will be all for today's entertainment update here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. I am Evergreen Asantua. The show still continues. Don't go nowhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back to have a conversation. Yes, it is partly, or let me say, associated with the Black Star experience. But I mean, we all know, or we even knew the December in GH way before the Black Star experience was birthed or came out. But apart from that, you know that there's this thing where we Ghanaians, we have the attention or like the global attention. People know about Ghana. We have, like, Ghana has an automatic PR. The moment Ghanaians make noise, the whole world hears about it. Yes, God has blessed us with that. We are excelling with that. But you believe me when I say, or do you agree with me when I say that we don't have products to sell?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you get that.
I get what you're saying.
And this is a conversation that we've been having, like, with a group of people, or let me say presenters we've been talking about. We don't have a product to sell. Let's say you tell your friends, oh, come to Ghana. Ghana is rich in culture. Ghana is rich in heritage. We have this, we have that, we have that. But they come and probably, apart from the normal things we see, someone will buy African print, someone will buy a bracelet or whatsoever. What else is there to sell? What have we packaged?
When you enter a designated stand outside selling Ghanaian.
Yes.
But that was the best opportunity for us to leverage. And I'll give you an example. You remember there is this guy in DR Congo at which of the AFCONs? The recently held AFCON. The guy would dress, I've forgotten exact narration, but he was always lifting his hand up with a finger like this.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys watched. That was in the AFCON. But fast forward to the World Cup. A company is using that guy for adverts. You get it? So when you mention the guy with the powder, I'm asking, I mean, like, what can we mention the guy with the powder? I'm asking, I mean, like, what can we leverage, like you mentioned? But what can we do? And so I expect that, and I think that's why the Black Star experience was introduced. That I don't have to wait till in August, September for me to return from Abrochi and come and witness just homo. No, I can come. My holiday comes in April. So if I come to Ghana in April, what am I experiencing?
Let me even share an idea that I think Boss was talking about the last time, which I think is a very brilliant idea. I don't know if he has shared it with a lot of people. You know the way people come to the country and then they get to the airport and we do this Adowa dance and then what have you. Imagine if Ghanaians, we had a store like how people have bought stores in the airport to buy things. And we had a shop where you go and you take pictures with the kente. And then like, let's say a mini museum.
We don't have that.
We don't have that. People
come and we don't have that at the airport.
I mean, not to the best of my knowledge. I don't think we have. That's the reality of the Yes. And you give them the pot and they hold it and you dress them with the kente. They will be happy.
Well, of course.
They will take the pictures. They will go out having photos, prove that they visited they visited Ghana. And imagine if you've been seeing this Akwaba pictures all your life and you come to Ghana, you are able to take a picture of your own self and they framed it for you, Akwaba. Wouldn't it be nice to have it in your room to tell people that this was what happened? Apart from you having pictures from Kakum National Park and the museums and whatsoever. It would be nice. You come and even before you go out of the country, I mean, we won't force people to go to the shops to say that, oh, Chinchina, you are in Ghana, so go and learn. No. But imagine you get out of the plane and someone meets you at one of the boarding gates, even one. But there be everybody about but that would have been another perfect Black Star experience.
It has never occurred to me. That's why I'm asking, like, for sure, we don't have shops like that.
No. May say we don't have.
Maybe we might have
it's the brand. If a brand can
is that Johnson & Johnson should contact the guy to do baby powder ad for them.
It's not Johnson & Johnson.
Oh my goodness. But even imagine if the powder man said that, oh, this December, come to GH in December and then we are going to do a whole event where you get to meet the powder man. Monsieur, you see how, because it's national television, I don't want to say, you see we have things that we say about the white people and stuff. They'll like come and
no, but I'm saying that this guy did well, at least. But again, were we intentional? Have we been intentional about it?
We haven't. We haven't. Because
John Telly. Yes. And it went viral.
It did.
John Telly went viral.
And he leveraged on it. Double was able to leverage on that to promote his academy.
Yes,
whether that video was AI or not, it still trended. Even John the telly has become the thing. So even he himself did a video where I saw the video. He said that video has given him publicity. He didn't have a lot of following on TikTok.
That's John?
Yes. Okay. But because of that, he's gotten a lot of following on TikTok. So he's going to teach people about football, anything they want to learn about coaching and stuff.
Okay.
That was what he even got like something to leverage on due to that virality.
There's a message here.
So imagine.
Okay. One may ask, if the Black Star experience is meant for the Ghanaian, then it must also in one way be factored into the working stethoscope that we all know that on the day of any event, we close from work early and as a country we all participate. If it is not incorporated that way, it will be very difficult to have someone close late and attend such an event, get home late and can't get to work early and face the wrath of their bosses. I agree. I agree perfectly. And I remember I asked that question. If we still have that video, is it going to be a monthly thing? And they were emphatic.
Yeah.
So if
even in the statements, the campaign,
yes.
You look at the entertainment side, it's there like that stated.
Yes. And then what happened? I don't know. So in August, it should start from day 1 of August to the last day. We may not have activities all days, but at least every week, I'll find time to attend a program.
Yeah.
And I think that was the whole inception or the rationale behind the Black Star experience. So I'm still looking for Belinda's video so we play back before we wrap up. And I find, to be sincere, that's my minister, but I find that response as, no, not the best. Because you don't tell me to go back and read.
When you are there
when you are already there to clarify. With all due respect, I beg you. I am saying that I am posing a question that how far, I may even know as a reporter, as a presenter, as a journalist, that yes, this is where government has gotten to, but